Whatever you do, make sure you visit ashkicking.com for your home fragrance, health, and beauty needs. Quality products at a great price.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So I just woke up to this news. Canelo Alvarez sparring with Shabransky, a real big boy who just came off of a loss to Sullivan Barrera, but he was undefeated, before that. A big, tall, light heavyweight, and that's who Canelo Alvarez is sparring with. So Shabransky sparring with Canelo, he said that Canelo Alvarez is punching like a heavyweight. That's pretty impressive when you have a light heavyweight saying that a super middleweight is punching like a heavyweight. Matter of fact, let me go and quote exactly what Shabransky had to say on BoxingScene.com. We did like 6 rounds, but for 4 minutes in each round, he's punching like a heavyweight. He looks good. Now, Alfredo Angulo, who actually fought Canelo Alvarez, and it was only a shell of Angulo when he fought, I would say he probably had about 30% left in the tank. He had something totally different to say about Canelo Alvarez's power. And keep in mind, he fought Canelo without headgear, without 16-ounce gloves. This is what he had to say about Canelo's power. Quote, "The truth is that I fought with Canelo, and I did not feel that he had that kind of punch, maybe because Canelo is gaining weight. He has a bit more of an advantage in that area, but Chavez is a natural 168-pounder. He just has to take care of himself to get down to to get down as low as 164.5 pounds and then hydrate. So he is well for the fight." And then Angulo, he goes on to say he doesn't understand why Canelo didn't hire him as a sparring partner since he has a style very similar to Julio Cesar Chavez, and I agree. Just because Angulo is faded as a professional boxer, sparring is a lot different, so he may still be a good sparring partner. But with that all being said, with Angulo talking about his power, with Shabransky talking about his power, clearly Canelo does have power, but we really don't know what type of power he has, even with Shabransky saying that, because I remember when I interviewed Shane Mosley told me that Floyd Mayweather's power and Canelo's power was the same. And Shane has been in the ring with them. So you can't really argue with a guy who's been punched in the head by both Canelo and Shane Mosley. So whatever it is, no doubt about it, Canelo definitely has good snap on his power. As Eric Spence trainer would say, Derek James, it's not always so much about the power, but it's the leverage you get in the power and the technique you apply when you're, letting your hands go. So maybe that's what it is. But regardless, Canelo Alvarez has been looking really good in training. I've been looking at his highlights. He looks really good, man. And what worries me with Canelo Alvarez is while you have all these other fighters that are fighting the best competition, Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford taking on Felix Diaz, Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko, Deontay Wilder, who's closing in on the winner of Klitschko Joshua, and he wants Fury versus Joseph Parker. I mean, you got Errol Spence facing Kell Brook. You just had Keith Thurman, who just fought Danny Garcia. Then we're probably going to get the winner of Errol Spence, Kell Brook against Keith Thurman, probably either the end of this year or the beginning of next year. So while all these other fighters are facing the best competition, with all this talent that I'm seeing in Canelo Alvarez when he's training, when he's knocking out people like Amir Khan, when are we going to see him consistently in the ring with that level of competition? Those type of fighters that present a 50-50 type of fight. He's in the middleweight division now, where you have some really good talent there. I mean, it used to be a dry-ass desert until all of a sudden Danny Jacobs popped up and arguably beat Golovkin, and then Jamal Charlo popped up. You know, now you have Avondale Krzyzewski, you have David Lemieux with impressive knockouts. So there are some good fights there. The question is Canelo going to fight the best guys at the division? Or is he going to do what he did at 154 and just fight the Amir Khans and the Liam Smiths? It's a shame because he does have a lot of talent. Like I said, I'm impressed with his work ethic and, you know, his flashes of Floyd Mayweather-esque style. But we want to see him in there with the best opponents. So let's see what happens in the future. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo! Hey. Yeah.